Hey there, beautiful people. It's Dina coming back at you with another daily dose. This morning, one of my most beautiful friends, Christina, sent me a video. It was from Joyce Meyer about the gift of rejection. And I didn't realize it was going to hit me as hard as it did. I was just kind of plugging along, getting things ready for our podcast launch tomorrow. And I chose to stop and listen to it. I just felt in my spirit that I was supposed to listen to it. And it was exactly the message that I needed to hear. So kind of what I was saying yesterday, sometimes it's not just the quick reels and little funny things. Sometimes God really wants to speak to you about something. And most often for me, it's a YouTube video or somebody doing a sermon. You know, there's so much rich wisdom and information that God has placed in the hearts of people that have gone down a path, you know, ahead of you. And he will bring it however he chooses to bring it across your path at the exact right time. I do understand that there is an algorithm, but I think that God knows exactly when you're going to click on something and he will make it be put in your path. And that's what the case was for Christina this morning. And then she shared it with me exactly at the time that I needed it. And so when it comes to the gift of rejection, I would have never thought of it as a gift. But when you really think about it, you know, we've all experienced rejection back even when we're little kids. Everybody's experienced, you know, where there was a play group that didn't want you included in it on the playground, you were rejected as a teenager. You know, we all have experienced rejection. I think that's when it's, you know, the most, because our friendship group, our circle of friends is so important to us. It's like our whole identity when you're a teenager, and then you become an adult. You know, it's not that much of an importance. I remember being a teenager and having a friend not like me, and I thought my life was over. Our boyfriend breaking up with me, I didn't think I could ever go on, you know, and you pick it up and you go on. But then when you look at rejection as a whole over your life and you find yourself that there's many seasons or situations where it just seems like you just didn't fit in, or there were groups of people that would talk about you behind your back, or even close family members, or even a spouse that just might not have wanted to talk to you or listen to you, or whatever the case may be, and you felt rejected. It could have been seasons, it could have been long seasons, it could have been a situation. I never looked at that might have been God's way of distracting you away from that. I don't even want to use the word distraction, but it's sometimes what he'll do is he'll hide you from those people. And I mean hide you like in their spirit. You're physically there, but he hides your worth and your value, because if you're looking for that fulfillment from another person, that acceptance from another person, or even that affirmation or support from another person that he wants you to get from him, then he will hide you. And so many times I would look back over my life and think, I don't think I did anything wrong. I don't understand why this person said this about me, or why would, this person not love me? And so for years I felt that I wasn't worthy, I wasn't lovable, or that I was ugly, or like what was the issue? Like I don't get it. I always felt like I just never fit in, and sometimes I still feel that way. I can feel like I don't fit in, and I can feel lonely in a crowd of people. I can even feel that way when I'm talking on a stage, because that's an internal thing. It doesn't have to do with how many people are around you, or how many people even say that you're a good person. It's an internal thing. And so when I looked at it, that it was something that God did to draw me to him, it brought me to tears. That's when I finally realized that the people that I thought that have rejected me, either God said that this person is no longer for you, and going down this path is not the path that I want you to go down. And it's not always a bad thing. I'm not saying that every single friendship that you have that ended was because of a bad situation. Sometimes it's just a season. Sometimes you needed that person in your life for a season. I've got lots of friends like that if we got together, it'd be like no time passed, and we would enjoy each other, and, we'd move on with our lives again. And so, but then there's times where it's like, okay, that relationship is not healthy for you. And as much as you want that relationship to still stay, it's not healthy for you. And then there's times that you're in a relationship and it's not healthy for you, and God doesn't relieve you from that situation because he's doing something in you. Maybe he's hiding that situation, the value and the worth of you in that situation, because he's working something out behind the scenes that you can't see. All of it, though, is meant for your good. It's never meant to crush you. Because first and foremost, we're not rejected by God. We're not orphans. We are adopted and grafted into the vine, grafted into the Father, grafted in through Jesus, through the sacrifice that he made, so that we can be part of the kingdom. We can be part of the family, and we are loved, and God is obsessed with us. But here on this earth, there is rejection. It doesn't matter what Jesus did on the cross. There is still going to be broken hearts. There's still going to be rejection. I'm not saying it doesn't matter what he did, but I'm saying he even said, in this world, we're still going to have troubles. But take heart, I have overcome the world. And so if we put all of our faith and all of our efforts into relationships here on this earth and forsake the one that matters the most, we are going to feel rejected and alone and unseen. But we can still be rejected by people and not feel unseen or unheard or unloved, because God is always the one that is the filter that we should be looking through everything through, including how we see ourselves. So if you see yourself as rejected or whatever, I mean, you could go on and on. You know, Christina and I talked about all the things we don't like about each other. Not we don't like about each other. I'm saying about ourselves. We were talking about, you know, I don't like that sometimes my voice is really loud, or that sometimes I'm too much for people, and, you know, people tell me that, or I can come off too, whatever, abrasive, or I don't know. Sometimes I've always felt like I'm too much, not enough, too everything, too extra, or not enough of something. But that's my own filter. It's my own interpretation. It probably comes from those times that I was rejected because of one of those situations. But God used all of it to bring me to him. He used all of the rejections in my life, all the friendships in my life, good and bad, to draw me to him. He's used my relationship with my husband to draw me to him. And I'm assuming my husband to him as well. So the rejection is a gift if it draws you to the Heavenly Father that created you. It's a curse if it defines you and you look at yourself as less than the way God sees you and the way God created you. So I want to remind you that you were created in the image of the ultimate King, the ultimate image, and that you have worth and value beyond this world and beyond what somebody else says about you, including yourself. So take heart, because God has overcome this world. We are going to still have trouble, but in this world we have him too. We have Jesus by our side, and that's the viewpoint that I want to be able to see. I want to be able to see myself through his lens, not my own, not my husband's, not my friends, not what the world thinks. So I just encourage you to look at the situations in your life as a gift. If it's drawn you into a better you or a better relationship with God, then it was all used for your good. And God is still working behind the scenes on those people that you feel like maybe, you know, just are still there hurting you or whatever that is. God is always working behind the scenes. So I just thank you for taking the time to watch. You know, if this blessed you, share it with somebody else that might be feeling hurt or rejected. You know, subscribe to the family, you know, do all the stuff that we always say to do. Just, you know, help us to get this out there so that more people can be encouraged. And I just thank you from the bottom of my heart for all your love and support. And just remember that the creator of the universe loves you, and so do I. Have an awesome day.